Hi guys, it's Emily from Relics and welcome to another video. I'm very proud to present to you today my latest Keepsake journal. This book took me way longer than I thought it would to finish. I ended up working on it until about like 1 a.m. last night and finished at about 7 a.m. this morning because I was just so determined to have it done. I am also just extremely excited about it, obviously. I'm really pleased with how it came out, so that was very motivating as well. And for those of you who missed my recent Instagram post, I have officially decided to call these particular kinds of books keepsake journals. So the general term that I use for my books is handcrafted artisan journal, or just handcrafted journal, or just artisan journal, don't care. But underneath of that are two subcategories of blank journals and whatever these are. For a while I didn't know what to call them because I've moved away from the term junk journal and I just didn't know what to replace it with. But I have indeed settled on the term keepsake journal and I'm really happy with it. So this is another very thick book. With well over 200 pages. It might take us a minute to get through it all, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, as you can see, this is another old world French luxury style book, and it was very inspired by Versailles and Baroque designs in general. As with all of my books, I used professional bookbinders board for the covers, so it's nice and sturdy. Archival grade adhesive throughout the book, 100% Irish linen waxed thread for the binding, and 50-pound drawing paper for the text block. Each and every piece of paper in here, every single one, down to the pockets, envelopes, journaling cards, everything has been individually coffee dyed for an aged effect. And this is in fact the first book for which I added baking soda to the coffee. I recently learned that baking soda negates the acidity of the coffee and therefore makes the paper last even longer. So I will be doing that from now on, and this is book number 1. The cover fabric is a basic cotton fabric. Here's the back, pretty royal blue damask pattern with gold corner protectors and book plate. And the word in the book plate is rêve, which is French for dream, and you can see the coffee stains. I've wrapped the book in this gorgeous vanilla colored sari silk as a closure, which I will quickly undo and move aside. Okay. So the book measures, oh, here's the close-up of the spine. Coptic stitch, 10 signatures. There's a little journal card edge poking out of the spine. Move that in a second. And last but not least, I think the dimensions of this book are just over 6 inches wide by 11 inches tall. So this is, you know, a little bit narrower and longer. All right, I think we're ready to go inside. I'm gonna do my best to not dilly-dally and to not say lots of ums and all those things that people do. All right, make sure I'm centered. Okay. So here in this first pocket, we have a bunch of different stuff. I'll just take it all out so you can see the pretty gold damask pattern end paper. And this first pocket here, I just made out of an image of some Gothic architecture. Stamp up at the top, Baroque style border stamp. And you can see what the baking soda did to the paper. And you'll see as I turn the pages, but this coffee dyed paper is really more like gray than it is brown. It's like right in between gray and brown. But I think it suits this old world French luxury look very well. I'm obsessed with it. So in the pocket, just some Tim Holtz ephemera, a little painting of somebody who looks like Marie Antoinette to me, so I just had to use that. This is just a floral image. a medieval image with the zodiac signs correlated to the body parts that they rule, which is cool. And I just burnt the edge down there a little bit. And then this is one of many, many little French book covers that I used throughout the book. And every single journaling card, envelope, tag, everything has been not only printed on coffee dyed paper, but also edged with the Tim Holtz Distress ink. So you can see, can you see? I don't know if you can see. See how the edges are aged looking. All right. Hopefully this morning light will allow you to see the tone of the paper clearly. It's really, really pretty. I'm so glad that I found out about using baking soda, not just for the purposes of extending the life of the paper, but because of this gray tone. I just love it. I glued a quote, cut out and glued down a quote right there by Voltaire. Judge a man by his questions rather than by his answers. Speckly stains, a little digital image of a tree. Fingers pointing up at a sun, very esoteric stamp. The first of many gold paper clips. I love gold paper clips. And then this image you guys have seen before, this big old world astrology chart thing, but I printed it on this awesome piece of coffee dyed paper. I don't know how this happens. This was either the piece that was on top of the stack or at the very bottom. I can't remember. But I'm going to try to recreate paper like this more often because it just looks all that much older. I think it's more likely to come out like this or to have crazy stains when you stack the paper in really, really big stacks and just let them dry for like a full 24 hours. Sometimes it takes even longer than that. Pretty ornate floral frame. Raven on a branch. Here is another pocket with a bunch of old edged journaling cards. Everything kind of sort of French related or like 17th century-esque. This and this are both by Nick the Booksmith. There's a couple more later on in other pockets. That's a kit. I think it's just called The World According to Sir Isaac Newton. Big, nice coffee stains. Another one of those little French book covers that I turned into a tuck spot. Coffee dyed envelope. The little shield stamp. I like having different, like random sized pieces of paper. So this one's just a little shorter and the other side of this piece of paper is tucked in like this for a pocket. I just like having different sized pieces of paper randomly throughout the book. There is a stamp you've seen before, a castle with a snake coiling around it. Another gold paper clip holding down another French book cover. I'll just show you. There we go. Nope. Okay, whatever. Here's that flip out. And then this, I also made an Instagram post about. This paper that I turned into an envelope was from a paper pack called Antiquity by the Paper Studio. And it's just so pretty. It's like this Asian scene. I love it. And the paper pack is like cardstock, so this is nice and sturdy. So I just put this one on top and paper clipped it down like that. Here's a close-up of that stamp, which you'll see again and again. Little tuck spot with the first of several Versailles themed journaling cards. They're just teeny tiny, super cute. And inside I put a real vintage playing card from the 1960s. And this image of a queen. I don't know, hopefully my camera focus. Okay, whatever. You get the point. There is a chandelier stamp up there with some more really pretty stains. Tuck spot of an image of a globe, an old lady, like a kind of a ghostly portrait of a woman. More pretty patterned paper from that antiquity pack. You can see the sunlight creeping in. I'm gonna move it a little bit over. All right, let's see. Oh, this is really cool. A big map that I just found online, downloaded for free. I can't remember off the top of my head where I got it from, but old medieval looking map. I don't know if that's Latin up at the top or what that is. And inside, these are pockets. I just glued the edges down at the top and bottom. This is a really cool piece of paper that came out all speckly when I sprayed some coffee dyed paper with the Tim Holtz Distress like spray stains. This is just how it came out. And there's a gargoyle stamp at the bottom. And in the other pocket, there is an image of a pretty archway with some, I don't know, pears? I don't know. It's just pretty. All right. Hopefully you can see the stains. This lighting is just... Other side, border stamp at the top, old, very luxurious looking piano. Here's a little map of Paris with a burnt edge and a French themed postcard. And now we enter sort of what I'll call my Marie Antoinette inspired section. So the colors are more, you know, feminine, light, pastel, that kind of stuff for the next couple of signatures, I think. So in this pocket, we have a beautiful image of a lady. I love the blue and pink colors. Here's an envelope, inside of which I have placed a key, a skeleton key. And another little like garden Versailles image. I forget what the kit was called, but, and then the pocket itself is made out of this beautiful green illustration of like a garden setting. Oh, and then this is another little French card, castle stamp down at the bottom. Okay. And on the other side here, the gold paperclip, obviously, there is a peach colored French receipt all folded up under here, and then this beautiful image of a lady all dressed up, ship stamp on the back. This image of a tree from, oh gosh, it's either Nick the Booksmith or the Graphics Fairy. I'm pretty sure it's the Graphics Fairy. But oh, so nice, so nice. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it is absolutely howling outside. Little snake arrow crown stamp. Made an Instagram post about this too. Very pretty chandelier or candelabra stamp at the back. Envelope, old piece of music paper. Lots of stains. Chandelier stamp. Here's a seahorse stamp, which always comes out so good. I don't know what's different about this stamp than my other stamps, but every single time it just comes out so crisp and nice. Baroque pocket down here with all kinds of stuff in it. Another envelope I made out of that pattern with all the speckles on it. And that stamp again. The Distress Spray Stain Experiment. Here's another World According to Sir Isaac Newton journal card from Nick the Booksmith. Another little focus. Oh my gosh. Just give me a second here. Playing around with this. Wow. Okay. And then this. Just like a fancy big hallway with a bunch of columns. I am not very good when it comes to technology. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am getting there day by day. Here's a big image of an angel I just glued straight down. Here is a side pocket I made out of some old French newspaper and just a pretty tag that I put in there. I should probably go faster. And here is another garden scene for a pocket. Another one of those cool envelopes with a iron gate stamp at the bottom. Yellow envelope with a burnt edge. Another little Versailles scene with a fancy lady. Border stamp at the top. Here is a carriage stamp, digital stamp. Looked like a Marie Antoinette carriage to me, and then I made a tuck spot out of this image of a manor house. Another little French book cover and a bookmark, there's the word. Sheet of vellum wrapped around this real antique sheet of music paper from 1800s France, so I wanted to put it around the vellum so it would be nice and protected. It is pretty delicate, obviously. There's a griffin stamp, little burnt spot. Another pocket, there's that shield stamp again. This is, I believe, more Tim Holtz ephemera. I liked doing the low, shallow pockets with the like narrow, longer look. I feel like it exaggerates the length. Another Sir Isaac Newton card, and this is just a free image that I got from Graphics Fairy, maybe? Stamp on the back. I do give credit for every digital image and stamp used throughout the book on my Etsy shop. And there's a lion stamp. So if you're interested in where something comes from that I've used, you can go to my Etsy listings or just ask me in the comments down below. There's that castle stamp again on the back of a piece of old map. I can't tell if this lighting is working anymore. Ship stamp, lots of water stains, so the color is all running. Other side of that map paper. I am totally obsessed with this image. I don't know why. I just think it's so cool. It's like an old world plaza area. There's a gargoyle stamp on the back. And then this big journaling card on the other side of the paper clip with a sun charm. In my mind, of course, I'm thinking about the Sun King in Versailles. Look at the stains. I don't know if you can tell. Ugh. Upper tuck spot with an illustration of a man in a horse. Griffin, crown stamp at the bottom. Old fancy royal lady. And this is just a pretty red frame that I cut out. Gargoyle stamp again. Oh, this is another one of the book covers, but I left two connected, so it's like an actual little book. Another gold paperclip, obviously, and on the other side is this beautiful image of like a yard garden scene. Technically it's a piece of like old American ephemera, but I just cut off the English words at the bottom and it works. Too pretty to not use. This just reminded me of Marie Antoinette, this digital stamp. And this is a tuck spot with another garden image. A big circular digital image I just glued half down, so it's a big circular tuck spot. Journal card, lion's head. I love this journal card too. There's that snake wrapped around a bit of a castle stamp again. Lined paper. Here is a green envelope with another gold paper clip, and I believe inside that envelope is a Celtic Tree of Life stamp. This is a big piece of parchment paper that I just folded up instead of cutting off, so you could fold that down. But obviously when left up, they act as pockets for more of these little baby Versailles garden themed cards. Okay. Almost done, almost done. Look at the stains. Must show all the coolest stains. Another piece of fancy cardstock from that antiquity pack. Raven stamp again. That French newspaper. Here is a really cool digital image I turned into a tuck spot. That stamp again. And inside the tuck spot, this old image of an angel, shield stamp on the back. Griffin. Other side of the, shifting position of the French newspaper with another book page, or book cover. French postcard and advertisement tucked up there. There is the Iron Gateway stamp again. Got candelabra stamp, other side of the fancy paper, and last page. There's my stamp down there, all the fancy stains. Nameplate on the back cover. There it is. My goodness, we're at 23 minutes. Oh dear. Okay, not too bad. All right, guys, so that is all for now. In the near future, I'm gonna be working on some blank journals, I think, as well as starting another keepsake journal. I don't know. I have like 5 things I'm always juggling at once, so I'll keep you posted. You can always follow me on Instagram, like I said. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting out of breath, losing my voice. My links will be in the description box down below, Etsy shop and Instagram. My website's kind of undergoing a bit of construction, so just steer clear of my website for like another couple weeks. But you can find me on Instagram, Raven_Relics. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.